Discovery, go at throttle up. Discovery, go at throttle up.
Okay. What's going on, everybody? How you doing? So quick note. Hope everybody had a good weekend. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure how long this stream's gonna be. You'll hear it. It is windy outside in the Northeast today. Very windy. 60 mile an hour gusts, so that's 100 kph. Very windy. The power might go out. It's possible. The power might go out. This might end up being a very short stream, but we'll see. We'll see. Hope you got everything inside. Everything is packed away. I'm not too worried about that. It's just it being inside. Has it gone out before? Yeah, power goes out in high winds, dude. The sticks, man. Yeah, what are you gonna do? I don't miss the days on the South Shore. Yeah, that's basically where I'm at, Atomic. Yeah, there are power outages all over Plymouth and stuff, so that's good.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Yeah, Tessa, pretty much. I'm worried a tree is going to fall on me. I'm worried a tree is going to fall. I live in the woods. I hope a tree doesn't fall on the building. That would be bad. But I'm kind of like... Ugh. Have chainsaw, will travel. Yeah. We'll see. So, yeah, we'll see how long this stream goes, but... Hang on one second. Oh, yeah. Give me 1 second. So yeah, we'll see how far it goes. Hang on. All right. What did I miss? Bad storm? There is a... You'll hear it. A branch will hit the roof and it'll make...
every aspect of transmission function is adjustable, and you have the option to store up
Where
to
did that
4
play?
different...
Why did that video play? I was reading about transmissions. That video isn't even in a tab that I had open. I'm not... You know what? It's Monday. Ghost in the Machine. I was actually looking... I was going to tell you guys about this, but I'm not sure when and where. But I was looking into getting a 4-speed automatic transmission for the 59. And that video that I was watching is about what's called a standalone shift controller. It's basically, you want to get a more modern automatic transmission that'll bolt to the motor that I have in the 59. The more modern ones are all electronic controlled, so you need to buy a little, what's called a standalone controller. Yeah, it did. So that's why I had that video open. It's very weird that it played it, though. I didn't even have that tab open. But what does the 59 have now? It has a C4. A C4 3-speed. And I was thinking, you know, an E4OD with a standalone transmission, good for highway cruising. Yeah, an E4OD or a 4W70. 4W70 would be good. That'd be really nice. Yeah. It'd be, that overdrive gear would really, really help. But, and like, I know what people are going to say, oh, just change the rear end or just put a gear vendors on it or something. Well, like, if I wanted to go the route with like a gear vendors, it would be probably like $2,600 for a gear vendors that you could bolt in, which is like a, it's like an attachment to the back of the transmission, right, that you put on. And it's basically a gear multiplier, so it's a 2-speed, right? So you have a 3-speed and then you have a 2-speed behind it, so you can get 6 gears, right? you know, you have first gear on the transmission, first gear on the overdrive, right? Second gear first, third gear first, and then you have first gear second, second gear second, third gear second. You'd get a 6-speed. You could basically get a 6-speed, right? And that's kind of cool, but that's $2,500, right? The standalone transmission controller is not very expensive, and an E4OD you can get at the junkyard for nothing, for like $200. So, yeah, that's why I was looking into it. Just weld the diff with that fancy welder you got. Who needs to turn? Rub one out of a Fox body, all hydraulic. I'm not sure. I'd have to look into it more. This was me doing research, which is why I wasn't telling anybody about it. But now that the video played, figure I'd say it, but it's all good. You just spent all your monies. It's okay. I'll make more. Okay. Yeah. So, fellas, once again, I'm not sure how long the stream's going to go with this storm doing what it's doing. We might lose power. There are more power outages being reported in the area. A lot more. I'm looking here. Hold on. I'm looking around to see if there's more. New Shepard scrub this morning too, by the way. I was up to try and cover it, but they scrubbed. They said they first they said it was too cold, and then the pad malfunctioned.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Uh-oh. This is not boding well. Hey, Iron Spark, what's going on? I'm actually amazed we still have power, to be 100% honest with you. So this is from the National Weather, this is from the National Weather Service, Boston. Yeah, you see this area? That's on the edge of the darkness. Uh-oh. Okay. You do hear the wind. That's what's coming through. You can hear it. I'm afraid a tree is going to fall on the garage because I'm out in the woods. So, once again, okay, see, this extreme darkness is just north of me, right? Like I said, around Plymouth, it's no good. So, if the stream just randomly stops, that's what's going on. Did you get a new UPS in the end? Yes, I do. I do have a new UPS. Looks like your power comes in from the south. Well, it used to come from the east, believe it or not, Tessa. For down here, it used to come from the east. But we decided we didn't want to do that anymore. Yeah, you heard that right. East. That wasn't a misspeak. You need an auxiliary power unit. I have a generator. It's 6 kilowatts, but that's not going to be enough to stream. It's not going to be enough to power the garage. No way. Unless, yeah. No, it's not. I don't think it'd be enough. I need to make sure, because it's cold, I need to make sure my HVAC in the house is working correctly. Yeah, power actually came from that. But we don't do that anymore. You know, it's not safe or some... The power will go out seconds before you finish a complicated intersection. Yeah, so yeah, I'm kind of in a holding pattern right now. Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, Tessa, there are power harnesses. You can actually see them. It cuts through the forest, believe it or not. That's the power harness for the Cape, right there. I don't even know if you call it the wire harness, or you don't even call it a wire harness, but that's I can't come up with a better word. You see this? This is all the power. All the power for Cape Cod. Cape Cod doesn't generate its own power. See? Look at all of them. Look at all the power poles. Have you got anything to do to work on your truck? I mean, yeah, there's always something to do, drummer. The thing is that what I really want to do in the garage is mess with the welder that I bought. Well, I didn't buy it. It was a present. Brimo bought me my Xmas, or got me my Xmas present early. I have a Lincoln 1080i MIG-TIG welder, and I got a cart for it and a welding table and gas for my Christmas present this year, which is yeah, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good present. Not gonna lie to you, that's a pretty good one. Yeah, we got a bunch of stuff. Start here. Welding tips and tricks.
Hey, thanks for stopping by.
Oh, you're welcome. All right, cool. Only 1080i. It's a 180i. The 4K. Yeah, and 4K welder would be nice, but I don't have the power for that out in the garage yet. Booster 10 is in between the chopsticks and looks absolutely stunning. Yeah, I have Starbase Live up. I see it. They moved it. They were all sneaky beaky like. Oh, we rushing in? Oh, we going in sneaky beaky like? Yeah. So I don't know, man. Yeah, see the power lines, dude. You can actually see them. You can see them from space because it's surrounded by forest. You can see them from up here. Do you think a launch before January 1st is possible? For Starship? I don't know, man. Maybe work on that Python script for pre-famulated amulate drone bomber. Dude, oh snap, I spit my drink out. It was close. When I first saw that, I'm like, that... like, I understand it's GPT, but it's still funny, dude. Oh yeah, here, let me get you some Navier-Stokes equations. It's like... Huh? What? Massachusetts always looks like it's trying to fight somebody. That's right. Yep. Oh, dear. What's that big new building being shown on Starbase Live? Here, let me bring another... I'm gonna dig down here. That's the factory. So, you know where the tents were, Jim? They got rid of the tents. Like, we haven't done a Starbase update in a long time. They got rid of the tents. Well, there's still one over there, but they built out a more permanent building. But yeah, dude. There's another high bay. They have two high bays down there. So the high bay that they were going to build at Cape Canaveral, the one at Roberts Road at the Cape, they took that thing and they moved it, all of it, to the Cape. And or not to the Cape, to Boca Chica, and they built it right next to the other high bay. Are we crying? I didn't watch the game, dude. I didn't watch the game. Yeah, Mega Bay. Yeah, they have the what is it? The Mid Bay, the High Bay, and the Mega High Bay or whatever. And they moved the 11K over as well for assembly of the second Mega Bay. Yeah. Oh. And they just moved the camera to it. Okay. So there's another, see, there's two right next to each other. There's another one over here. They're listening. Hey guys, can we get a shot of the three bays? Can you back the shot out a little bit? Do we know what they fixed on the OLM? Negative. I think they repainted it, and that's about it. It looks like a nice day in Boca Chica. It ain't a nice day here. It's not even raining, guys. It's drizzling out, but the wind is making it seem like the rain is a lot harder. A lot more intense than it actually is. Oh, jeez. There's 25-foot swells off of Block Island. Okay. That's good. 50 to 60 mile an hour gusts. Not great, Bob. Not great. What's a good place to learn basic things about rockets? Here. Oh, yeah, they moved 10 this morning. 25-foot swell. Yep. I mean, Kovacev, you could always ask me. I know a bunch of stuff. I can't understand what this means. What's what? Wars? Oh, Gateway to Mars. Oh, that's what it says. Yeah, sorry, I was way off. I mean, yeah, if you want to learn about rockets, I got you. I can. I mean, I know you came in from cities and stuff, dude, but not good. Not good. Not good. That's not. I don't like this, man. I don't like this, Mike. It's the storm. I'm just dandy. I got a bowl of chocolate pudding down my underpants. When are we building and putting it in a race? Sorry, what's that? When are we building and putting this in a race car? Is that the... That's the... Where are you? What are you doing up there? Yeah, Steegen, the power's flicked on and off here a couple of times, dude. Yeah, John, right? Tessa, this is from a YouTube series. Sawyer took a picture of this engine. That's from a YouTube series called Power Nation. They took a generator, Ford 300 inline 6, and turbocharged it, and it made absurd amounts of power. At work, your buddies had the photo. Yeah, that's the Power Nation inline 6. That's really cool. Yeah, dual overhead cams would be nice. Yeah, Tessa, that's a 5 liter or 4.9 liter inline 6. It goes. It goes. Yeah, that builds on YouTube. I forget how much power that motor made, but it was something absurd. With a nice turbo on it and a good tune. They switched it to it's fuel injected. That's what that is. That's not a carb. That's fuel injection. So it's turbo fuel injected. It's still single overhead cam reverse flow head, but still. Probably red lines at about 7K. I mean, those engines don't like to rev that high because it's such a big bore that the piston's huge. But yeah, it was up there. Did you watch the Artemis 1 Orion re-entry on stream at one point? Yeah, Archie, I did. Star Wars machine? No, it's a motor for a car. That engine would be set up for stroke more than bore. Yeah, it's a long stroke on those things. They don't... The 306 tested that... Yeah, it's the stroke. I'm sorry, it's Monday. You're going to have to bear with me. Yeah, they don't like revving too high unless you really build it out. But that's what they did. They built it out and they turboed that frickin' thing and they rolled with it. Add time. Okay. Alright, let's see. You rolled 11. All right. Get frick, nerd. But yeah, Kovacev, I mean, if you're looking for a resource, there's plenty of, I mean, Tim Dodd on YouTube could work. Dude, you can always talk to me. My rule is anybody can ask a question about space at any time, and I will answer it no matter what I'm doing. The only time that I really can't do it is if I'm racing, or if I'm playing like a shooter game or a racing game that requires my immediate attention. Because, Mom, I can't pause the game! You know, like, if we're playing Kerbal or we're playing Cities or something, ask away. I mean, you can get them to go, Tessa, but you got to build it. Yeah. That motor, once again, go look up that series. From a single overhead cam reverse flow head, it made some pretty damn good power. But anyway. 450 horsepower, 540 foot-pounds on that inline 6. How many toilets were present on the space shuttle? The shuttle had one. It's on the port side of the vehicle. Right by the hatch, actually. It's right by the ground side ingress and egress hatch. Port side of the space shuttle. Is this your Christmas tree? No, but I like it. That's cool. Now you're thinking with portals. Haha. That's awesome. That's awesome. Really freaking cool. Yeah, once again, fellas, I'm having trouble focusing here a little bit because I'm worried about starting up, because if I start up, it's just going to, it's just gonna, I have a feeling that right when I start to do something, power's gonna go out. It's very likely that the power does go out, so. Will Starlink and other constellations kill any hope of a space elevator? Why do you have hope for a space elevator in the first place, John? That's the right question. I mean, John, you're a squid, you know this. Why don't we build a bridge across the Atlantic Ocean? Why? Why not? Well, why would we? Could we? Sure, absolutely. Why? Yeah, of course we could get that done. We're humans. We could figure that out. I'm convinced. But why? It's too expensive. But say we had a blank check. Say money isn't an object. Could we do it? Sure. Of course. With money isn't an object, we could make a space elevator work. But once again, my question is why? Why would you do that? Why not, though? I mean, yeah, of course. But the point that I'm trying to get at with a space elevator versus rockets is that, you know, traveling to space is, you know, a lot. It's a similar type. It's a similar concept. Why would you make a bridge across the Atlantic Ocean when you could sail in a ship or fly in an airplane? All right, let me rephrase this. Which one's easier to make? Is it easier to make a container ship, or is it easier to make a bridge that crosses the entire Atlantic Ocean? See what I mean? Engineering rockets is difficult, but it's no match to, like, what it would take to build a bridge. Could we build a bridge? Sure. I'm sure we could figure that one out. But why? Why would we? A rocket will get you there in 8 minutes. And we already have this. Why would we bother? Frequency? That's why they built the Channel Tunnel, right? I mean, yeah, frequency. Sure, absolutely. But
Discovery, go at throttle up.
yeah, we're going back in, dog. Yep. Can't build a bridge across the Atlantic. Some parts are thousands of feet deep. Floating bridges exist, Flam. We could, but why? Why would you? I don't understand the why would we want to do that? So let's not get too far sidetracked. Basically, could we build a space elevator?
Discovery,
Sure.
go and
Why?
drop.
Why would we? Just the rocket gets you there already, and we already have those. I don't really understand why we need this. Why would you want to do that? Yeah, okay, whoever builds the bridge could theoretically, if you say a private company builds the bridge, and you can make tons of money off shipping, right? But I don't think that would ever replace the bulk transport of a container ship. Just like one method of transportation never really replaces another, right? We have trains, we have cars, we have airplanes, we have boats, we have walking, we have bicycles. Nothing... You see what I mean about getting into any start on the stream? I knew this was going to happen. The fact is, we don't really have the technology to make it safe, reliable, or useful. Yeah, but the whole premise of this conversation is that we could. Even if we could build a space elevator, why would we? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Just use a boat. Or not to go into space. I mean, maybe. Why would you, building a bridge across the land, why not just use a ship? It's way less complicated, and we have way more experience in it, to the point where it's not even if you could afford it, why would you? Who needs to send a rocket every 30 minutes? Yeah, Supercrap, that's kind of what I'm getting at. There's no need there's no need for it. But even if there was a need for it, why would... It doesn't make any sense. That doesn't... I still don't think it makes sense. But I don't believe that we couldn't do it. So, long story short, the technology's there. I just don't think we haven't gone down that tech tree. There's no practical physics that says you can't do this. Do you have ponding in your yard? Absolutely, Jim. Oh, yeah. My yard, there's branches everywhere. There's branches everywhere. There's leaves. There's sticks. Like, I'm amazed the branch hasn't fallen in the time that I've been here. I was in a meeting before this, and freaking big branch fell on the back of the garage. What about when we get to the point that we have orbital shipyards? Would a space elevator be more beneficial for the frequency and resource movements required for orbital construction? Okay. Alright, I didn't explain this right. Here, listen. Let's go back to the bridge analogy. We want to build a floating bridge that goes from, Canada to Greenland to Iceland to the UK. Let's just say we wanted to do that, okay? What would we need to build something like that? Let me explain it this way. What would we need to build something like that? We would need things that, float in the water, that would need to have cranes on them, right? To, move supplies out and, physically build this bridge, right? We would need stuff like that. The bridge would need to be high up off the ground. Just on a side note, even if it was floating, it would need to be high up off the ground, because ice drift, every year, the ice goes in and out, right? So even if we could figure that one out, we'd need these big floating things that need to have cranes on them, that can carry raw materials out into the ocean. They would need to be able to move lots of raw material, right? You see, does this make more sense? You see what I'm getting at? Use sonar buoys. I'm failing to understand how you think sonar buoys are going to help us build a bridge across the Atlantic in terms of what I'm talking about, but, you know, all right, that's fair. So, the thing that, all the things that we would need to build the bridge are already made. But the one logical question here is, why would we use these things to build bridges when we could just use these things to sail across the ocean? Same idea with rockets, Stegen. In order to build a space elevator, we would have to, like, say we're moving raw materials from Earth up into orbit to build this space elevator. You would need to be able to master rapidly reusable stuff. So you'd need something like Starship. You'd need something bigger than Starship to build something like that. And if we had something that can, like Starship, say SpaceX is like, screw it, we're going to do that. All right, so Starship works, rapidly reusable, it fulfills all the goals of the space shuttle, you can launch it every day, no problem, right? Say we do that now.
Discovery.
Why the frick would you use that to make a space elevator? Why would you use that tech to make a space elevator? Use that tech to go explore the universe. Use that tech to go to the moon and maybe mine materials off of the moon to build your space elevator. Even then, that means you have a sustainable infrastructure that can get you out to the lunar surface. Why would you even bother building a space elevator at that point? That's always been my kind of argument. I don't think it's technical feasibility, even if you dismiss cost, which is the one limiting thing, right? I don't think we couldn't make it. It's just why? Why would you do that? Why would you use trucks to build a railway? Because the train can do something that the trucks can't. Does that make sense? Yeah, I know what you're going to say. Well, the elevator will do something that rockets can't. Well, no. It's the opposite of that. In this particular case, the rocket can do everything that the space elevator can do, right? And it already exists. See what I mean? Yeah, exactly, Lassie. Right? A space elevator cuts out the need for ground-to-orbit rockets for a lot of things. Oh my God, that's not what I'm saying at all. Oh, wow, you guys really like to hear what you want to hear. Hey, Gaku, what's going on? Yeah, no, just... You're discounting the entire idea because we have rockets. Oh boy. You know what, guys? I'm just going to go out and say it. Space elevators are stupid, and you're stupid if you want one. Okay? We'll just leave it at that. You're missing some very, very key points here. But I can't explain it in a good enough way for people to be like, oh, okay, I see what you're saying. You want to live in Star Wars, and that's fine. That's okay. Unsub, no, wait. Jeez. Well, that's like just your opinion, man. Guys, I'm telling you, like, to build a rocket that would be useful enough to be able to move around in space to build a space elevator, just to build a space elevator is ludicrous. That's nuts. Why would you do that? This is the reason why nobody's bothered to make a bridge. And understand that I'm even entertaining this analogy, discounting cost completely. Cost makes it stupid. Why would you even bother? Like, even subtracting cost and technical feasibility, saying that, let's just say we could do it, right? Like, it would be as simple as trucks building a railroad line, right? Why? Why would you make that? Even discounting all the things that make that thing even more difficult, you know, you guys right now are like, oh, so you're saying there's a chance? No, there isn't. Why would you do this? I don't know how to say this any clearer. You know what I mean? like, a space elevator would be nice. That would be excellent. It'd be great. Why? You need to build a fully rapidly reusable rocket to get to space. Building a fully to be able to build something like this on a schedule, right? Like, or else the project's never going to get done. It's just a pipe dream, right? But the whole point of the space elevator is to be able to rapidly get to space. So you're building a solution for a solution. Does that make sense? Like, I don't mean to be like a jerk about this, but that's really, really stupid. That's really not a good. That's really backwards engineering. That's a logic trap, and engineering is full of those. Engineering is full of those, like, oh yeah, let's do it this way. No, I don't think so. Right? Like, I don't think that that's the wisest decision doing that. How much does a plane ticket across the ocean compared to a car trip of the same length? Well, I mean, I don't know. You know, Vasia, obviously that bridge is going to have some gnarly freaking toll on it, right? And the toll on the bridge to try to get a return on investment on it, government or private, is probably going to offset the cost of driving across the Atlantic Ocean in the first place. Can you tell the sky to stop crying and shut up? Yep. This argument is the same as people asking why we want to build, maintain trains, railroad, semis when roads exist. It's not though. Yeah, Apollo, there you go. I understand the train analogy, right? Like, I get it. I get what you're trying to say, but it doesn't make It is, though. Space elevator is just a train to space. Okay. How you been? Saw you do some racing yesterday. How'd that go? Also, I'm here. Alright, we're back to the big city. Please whisper for the full ASMR experience. It is extremely windy. It is extremely windy out right now. I don't know why I even bother. It just doesn't make any sense. Imagine being stuck in a space elevator. That would suck. Yeah, it would. Yeah, Cluties. Yeah. Is this still broken? Dude, I figure we give it another shot. I want to see, we started hemorrhaging population, and I was like, yeah, look, see, 6,500. I'm kind of wondering what's going to happen here. I kind of want to see it ride out. this topic. Well, you seem to want me to be over a drummer with that announcement. I don't know. I want to keep having this discussion, but